Namaste, my dear Light Tribe. Thank you so much for heeding the call to come together in this way in order to share our energy with each other. And this is a way in which we can raise our vibrations so much faster and easier when we come together and do something together. And in this instance, the people that are doing this together are the ones that are live now, but there will be ones that join in during the transmission and that also receive the transmission afterwards. And the guides are always speaking to everyone who will receive the transmission and who will do whatever it is that we are being guided to do. So let's close our eyes to start off with. And we'll do a short lead in, and then I'll let the guides take over. So big breath in, everybody. Fill your lungs, expand your rib cage, and let go. Let's place one or both hands on our heart chakra. Feeling that wonderful expansion that comes instantly. The heart opening that comes when we place our hands on the breastbone is, in scientific terms, a release of endorphins. In spiritual terms, it is an opening of the heart chakra and a centering in the heart. And we always want to be listening to the guides from our heart, which holds a higher intelligence than our mind. It's something that we have not been taught as children, but which is an absolute fact, that listening, receiving, sensing, feeling anything from the heart brings in that higher sense of discernment that allows us to know, feel, hear, see instantly what is for our highest good and what is not. So that the words that we need to receive on this evening are received. So that the signs that we need to see are given. So that the energy activation and healing that we need is given. And so we begin. And you can all do the essential daily practices with me. I'm doing them because I always do them in preparation for channeling, but you can all do them with me. I call light to myself now. Watching that wonderful bright white light flowing through your body and aura, sitting down into the earth below, placing us in a state of vertical connection with all that is above and all that is below, and holding us in this communal, protected space where anything that is less than light, we are invisible to. And commanding, let all energy I have given away or left behind return to me now. And just watching, feeling, sensing how your energy comes back into your auric field. perhaps into one chakra more than another. Perhaps you sense it from one direction or another. Just know that you are reclaiming all of your energy, anything that you might have lost during the day, through any interaction or situation, any giving away of your power. Now affirming, I ground myself lovingly into the heart of Gaia now. And sending that grounding cord down. And really feeling how this sense of grounding makes you feel very relaxed and present in your physical body. I concentrate and expand my aura now. Now pushing your energy out to the front and the back, the left and the right, above and below. Letting your aura go out, out, out to the distance that it wishes to go to. That is perfect for you in this moment. Now you can just smile, relax your hands and listen from the heart as the guides bring through whatever guidance, activation and healing is needed in this moment. I ask for the highest guidance to flow through me now with whatever we need for our highest good and the highest good of all. And they're asking me to put a particular image up for you. On the screen. Now just open your eyes for a couple of seconds and have a look at this image. It depicts the Milky Way galaxy, our wonderful personal galaxy in which we exist. And it depicts a shower of light and love coming from the great central sun at the heart of the galaxy and pouring through our bodies and entering into our being, but also entering through us into the core crystal of Gaia. And when my guides asked me to create a few slides today, they gave me this affirmation: I am a cosmic channel for love. And so I am suspecting that's going to come into the meditation or guidance that they're giving us now. Let us begin by introducing ourselves, for this is only polite, is this not so? We are fully aware that some of you know us extremely well. You have received our energy and we have received yours. There has been a two-way flow between us. And you are accustomed to our frequency and to our ways. And yet there are others for whom star councils of light is just a phrase with no meaning as yet. And so we will break it down for you will receive what we have to offer more graciously when you understand who we are better in your left brain, and it wakes up the right brain hemisphere in order to receive. It is often so on your earth plane and with humans that there is a need for understanding or grasping a concept and chewing it around for a while, like chewing the cud, before that moment arrives where you are prepared to swallow it. In other words, you digest the information, decide if you accept it or not, and then you are perhaps more open to receive something which would otherwise be a bit way out, so shall we say. Star councils refers to those groups of extraterrestrial star beings who exist in your galaxy in particular, and who have chosen to transmit to you. And why is it that these star beings have chosen to do this? Why, for instance, is there such a great Pleiadian awakening on your planet? It is because you are intimately connected with us. You understand already from your geography lessons that your planet is revolving around your sun star. To be precise, once a year, you complete this revolution around the sun, around your sun star, and this is an accepted and well-known fact. But it is perhaps not as well known that your sun star, holding you within his orbit, is doing his own revolution. And what sun is your sun revolving around? None other than the central sun of the Pleiades star system, that which you call also the Seven Sisters. And so every 26,000 years, your sun, and therefore your whole solar system, including your planet Terra, is revolving around Alcyone, and therefore around the Pleiadian star system. And so can you understand that your Earth life would not exist without your connection with your sun? You are intimately connected in a way that allows your life and also your evolution. And so also are you intimately connected with the Pleiadian star system. You have just simply not been made aware of this connection, because this 26,126 year cycle is a bit long for most of your imaginations, and for you this revolution is so slow as to make it almost imperceptible. You do not live that long, therefore you cannot think about this revolution. And yet it is there. And what is the awakening on your planet about? None other than the commencement of a new cycle of your solar system around the Pleiadian sun star. It is for this reason that we call ourselves brothers and sisters of yours, because you are us just as we are you. We have been on your planet also. We are embodied on your planet right now in many human beings. And many of you are receiving this transmission, are Pleiadians, also. Some of you know this, and the ones who know this call themselves starseeds. But the truth of it is that all human beings on your planet are star-seeded, some through Pleiadian genetics, some through Sirian, some Andromedan, Arcturian, Lyran, and so forth. And why is it that so many of you have this deep interest in the Sirian star beings? It is because exactly the same way you have this actual scientific connection with the Sirian star system. You are twins with Sirius, and the revolution of your planet, your solar system, and your Alcyone connection also is revolving around Sirius also, much, much, much slower. And this revolution is 225 million years long. And why is it that this is relevant at this moment? It is relevant because you are coming to that point where a new 225 million year cycle is beginning also in 2040 in your timeline. And 2040, although it sounds far away to you, is simply a blip away from commencing, and you are in that initiation period of that new revolution also. It is for these reasons that you are connected with us, and for these reasons that we are transmitting through human channels in order to make you aware of this connection and in order to assist you when you allow us to assist you in expanding your consciousness. This consciousness expansion is natural at the beginning of a new cycle like this. It is another dawning of a golden age that coincides with the dawning of the Age of Aquarius and this 2,000-year cycle also. And so we hope that you understand now that we who are talking to you are truly intimately connected with your history, with your future, with your evolution, and that everything that happens on your planet right now is relevant to us and indeed to all others in the universe and the multiverses. And so we will begin now with an activation that will help you to feel that cosmic connection. It will help you to feel how you are a cosmic channel for light and love onto your planet. For when you truly experience this, there is a shift within you where the intelligence of your DNA spirals is able to reactivate. We call this downloading of codes. Let us begin. We ask you to get comfortable now. We ask you to relax your bodies and to start to slow down your breath. And as you slow down your breath, there is this feeling of entering into another reality. Your eyes are closed. And you use the Ujjayi breath, the slight compression in your throat passage, to bring yourself into awareness of energy. For as you start to hear your breath, you start to feel the energy within it also. Feeling the energy within your breath, seeing the energy within your breath as light. And it is almost as if you hear the energy also. The sound of this energy is like a soft, delicious humming. For you are tuning into the core crystal. And you affirm, I call the white light of Source now. The white light of Source pours down from an infinite source above you, through the great central sun at the heart of your galaxy. It is pouring through your body, lighting up every atom within your being. And you are experiencing it as the most wonderful, soft, warm, activating light that you ever could have imagined. You place your hands on your heart and say thank you. Thank you to Source. Thank you to Creator. Thank you for this wonderful feeling of awakening that you are experiencing as you connect in with the highest energy available to you right here, right now. You are aware this is like plugging in to Source itself. And as you open your hearts in love and gratitude to all that is above, to the Ascended Masters, to the Order of Melchizedek, to the great yogis and masters that transmit still into the third dimension, to all awakened, enlightened teachers who have assisted and are assisting us now. And this gratitude that opens within you allows you to receive this divine light. And you become aware that this light is pure intelligence. And you are aware also that it is filled with love. And this light washes through your body, opening and raising your frequency. And the love streams into your body, dissolving your pain, your defenses, your frustration. And the angels are singing a glorious song as so many human beings open into this stream of light and love and affirm joyfully, I am a cosmic channel for light and love. How wonderful it is. How relaxing it feels to allow yourself to be immersed in this. And now you become conscious that this light and love is flowing through you and into the earth below. And as it flows into the earth, you are aware that you are the channel that is allowing it to flow from above into below. And you allow this joyfully as part of your service to us. You joyfully open to being a channel for this light and love that streams down now into the body of Earth and into the crystals. And you are aware of the crystals of Gaia. Beautiful crystal caves within the Earth's body, lighting up as you send this energy down. And you are aware that as the energy moves down, all of Gaia feels you, transmitting higher codes through the energy that flows through you into the crystal beds of your planet, and now into the core crystal. You become aware of the greatest crystal of all, the huge iron-nickel conglomerate in the center of your planet, which is her womb. And this great crystal receives this transmission also through you. And you are plugged in now to the great central sun above and to the core crystal below. And you are channeling light and love frequency through you into the core crystal. Affirming once more, I am a cosmic channel for light and love. And now relaxing, relaxing, and simply letting that be. For even a few minutes of really intensely opening yourself and allowing this very high frequency energy to flow through you is enough. And so you relax into your heart center now, Placing your hands on your heart center and affirming joyfully, I am here to be of service to my planet and her tribe. This is my greatest joy and allows my gifts to be activated. I am here to serve. I am a co-creator of the new earth based on love, kindness, and cooperation. And so it is. And so it is. Love and thank you to the guides. The guides want me to explain some of the concepts in that process, which, although it is a fairly simple process that we just went through, there is a lot to understand about it. But we're just going to have a 2 or 3 minute pause and we'll be back. First of all, I am so sorry because I have realized that the version of Zoom that I paid for was for a maximum of 100 people, and I was doing a Zoom, I am doing the Zoom ABCs with 80 people or so, and so it never occurred to me that I needed to change my plan in order to have more people. So I will give this recording to the people that are missing out, and I'll make sure before the next recording that I have upgraded my package on Zoom. Really, really sorry about that. So I am going to explain some basic concepts so that you get them in the left brain, and it will help you to understand what the guides are progressively doing with us leading up to the solstice. And in order to do this, I will share the screen. Rafaela, could you just mute everybody except me, please, because I can hear somebody chopping their food. I'll just wait until that sound stops. Okay, and just make sure everybody's video is off as well until the end where we will share together. So this short process seemed very simple that the guides were leading us through, which is allowing yourself to be a channel for light and love energy from the cosmos. But there is a technology behind it which is much more involved. And for some of you, it will help you to understand that technology, if you like, the process, in order to be more effectively plugged in to the great central sun up here at the heart of our Milky Way galaxy and the core crystal, which in this image you don't see. Catherine, who is part of our Energy ABCs group, made this wonderful circular diagram from my linear diagram of the dimensions. And these are the dimensions which are our reality within our Milky Way galaxy. So you see at the very top, the 9th dimension, the great central sun, depicted here as a heart-shaped sun. And then down stepping through the light, the sound, the geometry, the love of the 5th dimension into the third dimension where we exist, humans, plants, animals, nature, everything that is part of our physical reality on Earth, and then moving down into the second dimension. And the main part of the second dimension the guides were focusing on tonight was the crystals, the beautiful sentient mineral beings that are so much part of our reality these days. And finally down into the core crystal. So in this image here, you just see it as light from that ninth dimensional source, which is the very highest dimension that we can reach. And it's not that we can't reach outside of our galaxy, it's just that the way to reach outside of our galaxy into the universe and beyond is through the great central sun. So there has to be a way for us to move our consciousness or our light bodies outside of our galaxy, and that is through this portal, the great central sun. If you look at it in the original linear aspect, which works for me but doesn't work for everybody, I like to see it in a linear way, although it doesn't exist in a linear way. These dimensions are all around us and interpenetrating each other as well. So you have the Earth here, the third dimension, the human, animal, plant tribe, and you have the 2D realm of inner Earth that includes the crystals, and then the 1D core crystal in the center of the Earth. And then 4D is not, in this particular model, an actual separate dimension that you would go into before raising up into 5D. It is the astral sphere of our third dimension. It is the collective consciousness and collective energy atmosphere, if you like, of the planet and of 1D, 2D, and 3D. The energy atmosphere of that is 4D, the astral sphere, the first invisible part of our reality, if you like. And then we go up through where the Pleiadians exist in the fifth dimension. In fact, some of them exist in the lower spheres of the sixth dimension as well, into the Syrian-Arcturian realm of sixth, seventh dimension, into the Galactic Federation and Lyrans and Andromedans that exist in the seventh and eighth dimension. And the ones that are in the higher dimensions are not better or cleverer or anything. They are just vibrating at that frequency, and they are at that stage of their evolution. And where we are heading within this model is into 5D. So it's another reason the Pleiadians were giving us lots of reasons why we are connected with them and have a natural connection with them, not the least of which is the fact that we are revolving around them. We are permanently in an actual scientific, physical revolution within our galaxy around these beautiful Pleiadian beings. And my guides inspired me tonight to try and put the Pleiades on my forehead over there in a cluster of stars. I don't know whether I succeeded. I was feeling the Pleiadians so strongly today before they came through that I was in a Pleiadian bubble. So we start off with the Earth planet and how we are connected with the sun, which the guides were telling us we are revolving around the sun. And that, at least most of us know and remember from school. At least this they are teaching us at school, that once a year we complete that revolution around the sun. And there are 4 points within that revolution, that orbit around the sun, that are particularly significant. And those are the 2 equinoxes, where we come to an alignment with the sun where we have perfectly equal night and day. And then the other two, the solstices, which are like opposites. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, this winter solstice that we're heading towards on the 21st of December is the very shortest day of the year, where you have the longest night hours. And on the other side, on the 21st of June, will be our summer solstice, where we have the longest day of the year and the shortest days of dark. And if you live in the southern hemisphere, then that is reversed, obviously. But the equinoxes are really amazing, because everybody on Earth has equal day and night at the autumn equinox and at the spring equinox. So these 4 points are 4 points in the orbit of our planet Earth around the sun. And this, we have to feel and understand in a new way, that not only are we alive because of the warmth and the light that the sun gives us, without which life would not be possible on the earth, but we are connected with the sun, and the guides call the sun your sun star, to try and open your consciousness around the fact that the sun is not just a sun up in the sky that is, in scientific terms, allowing plants, animals, and human beings to live, and it's seen in that kind of scientific, biological way. Our relationship with the sun needs to be much, much deeper than that. And more than anything else, our hearts need to open to the consciousness of our sun star with love. In spiritual terms, there are many, many technical skills that we can master that do work. We can ground ourselves by visualizing a cord going down, or by visualizing ourselves as a tree with the roots of the tree going through the soles of the feet. And it will have a grounding effect, but done without love, done without this open heart and the love and gratitude for our planet, and awareness that she is the archetypal mother. She is our mother. She is energetically embracing us in her arms every nanosecond of every now moment. And in exactly the same way, when we connect with our sun star with love, when we open our heart to the sun star, when we do sun gazing and we stream our love out to the sun, it has a completely different effect, because the sun is a portal through which we move when we travel interdimensionally and when we activate higher dimensional parts of ourselves. So what the guides want to impress upon us is we need to feel our connection with the earth, not in a fluffy, yeah, I love earth, I love nature, it's so beautiful way, but with a sense of awe and reverence for our position on the earth and what it is that we're doing here. So our energetic connection with our planet, down through the crystal beds of Gaia and into the core crystal, is the first absolute fundamental step in activating ourselves. And as we move through these 3 lessons and the preparation towards the solstice activation, this is something that absolutely has to sink in. So you can go on YouTube or on Instagram or on Facebook and look at the meditations that the guides have given us in order to connect with the sun star, in order to ground, in order to connect ourselves with the earth planet, and practice, practice, practice. This is a 3-week period which is absolutely absolutely crucial. If you thought that the December solstice of 2012 was the big deal, it pales in insignificance compared with what's happening right now. And what my guides say about that 2012 solstice, because I was one of the people who was so hyped up about it, and I did so much service work and work with the tribe and earth healing projects and things leading up to it, that I was expecting more to change in a more obvious way. It was like, this is it. And I wasn't expecting us to ascend, but let's say I was expecting to notice a change on the planet. And when, really exhausted after all the work that I'd been doing, I didn't notice an obvious change. It did cause not a depression, but a period of slight spiritual disillusionment, let's say. And now I get it. Now I realize that the way that we think about time and the way time really is such a different thing. Because that point, the thing that my guides repeated over and over about that December solstice of 2012 was that, yes, we were being called to pay attention to it through the end times knowledge of the Mayan calendar, where there was a lot of scientific stuff put out about the Mayan calendar that seemed to prove that this particular day and that particular solstice was the end of one world. Some people actually thought it was the end of the world. They were waiting for, you know, the second Christ and the actual end of the world. And people in our awakening spiritual circles understood that that end of the world was the end of the world as we had known it, and that the new world was the new way of being and the new conscious way of being Earth people that was being birthed. But it wasn't just like that thing. My guides after that started talking about the interval between 2012 and 2020. Sometimes they referred to that period, and sometimes they referred to the period between 2012 and 2032. Now there is a lot of talk of 2040, because that is in the same way that the December solstice of 2012 was a marker. In 2040, there is this marker point where we start that new 225 million year cycle around Sirius. So I will move on to this slide. And this is a depiction of our planet Earth and our solar system and sun star revolving around the Pleiades. So this, in this depiction, is the Pleiadian star system, constellation. And you can see when we talk about these galactic and celestial connections and cycles, that there is this cycle, which is us going around the sun. Then there's this one, which is us and the whole solar planet going around the Pleiades. Then there is this one. And I made a little summary here just for you to read, and I will give this to you as well when I give you the video to look back again if you want to, is that we have the Earth revolving around the sun once a year, every 1 year. And then our sun star and therefore solar system revolving around Alcyone, which is the central sun of the Pleiadian system, roughly every 26,000 years. It's not exactly. And then Alcyone and the Pleiades star system revolving around Sirius, our twin star, every 225 million years. and then the fact that the next 225 million year cycle starts in 2040. So you see the broadening, 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 and broadening. But what is relevant about this? What is relevant is, number two, we are in the beginning of a new 26,000 year cycle. And then, number four, the next 225 million year cycle starts in 2040, which is just around the corner. It's 20 years away. Yeah, we'll be older and wiser, but it is within most of our lifetimes, and it is within our children's lifetimes. And there are always these transition periods. So we don't snap from the 2,000-year age of Pisces, where everything is very mind-orientated and we're focusing on science and technology, and that is what we're looking up to as our God. Boom, next minute we're in the Age of Aquarius and we're all heart-centered, and we're remembering that you can't separate spirituality and science, and this is the birthing of quantum physics, etc. Can you tell that we, for many years, at least from 2012 to 2020, have been in the transition period of the opening of the Age of Aquarius? It doesn't just snap like that. And so that is only a 2,000-year cycle astrologically and astronomically that we're talking about. So you can see that a 225 million year cycle is going to have a much bigger transition or overlap period of going into that next cycle. So when the guides say we are at a point of momentous change and an explosion in the opening of our consciousness, they are also referring to these cycles. It's not something that we just have to take from them and believe it, just swallow it. There is a scientific and astronomical basis for everything that they're talking about. And although this model is only a model and it's not the way, the truth and the light, because you will hear people talk about 144 dimensions. You will hear people talking about all sorts of different systems and say that the star beings, some people will say that the Syrians reside in the 13th dimension. But it's semantics, because the reality of the very first connection that we have in our earth life and reality is 1D and the core crystal. And the reality of the very highest energy and dimension that we can reach is the great central sun, or the portal, which is in the center. It could also be called a black hole, in the center of our Milky Way galaxy. And this way of defining it as 9 dimensions is a simplification, but we need models and simplifications in order to understand where we exist and how life functions in our reality. So do you see how, just as the 4th chakra in our internal chakra system is the center of our being, so in the 9-dimensional system, the 5th dimension of love, the dimension in which the Pleiadians exist and from where they transmit, that is like the love chakra, the heart chakra of our dimensional reality. So I will let the guides do one more transmission, and then at the end we'll join together in the gallery view and we will share or just say hi to each other. So just checking in with the guides if they would like me to show you another image before we begin. Yes, we are going to go with this image of the etheric grid of Gaia. So everybody take a deep breath in. And letting go. And so the first step of your activation and learning tonight, which comes together through the left and the right brain, has been understanding that you can plug yourselves in to all that is above and all that is below. And in this first example, you have been doing this as a channel. In other words, you were channeling light and love energy and therefore codes through your body, aura, and greater light body and into your planet and into the core crystal. And so the energy was one way. Your focus was in calling the light down through your body and auric field and into the earth planets. And so you were acting as conduits, as love and light conduits or channels for higher frequencies into your planet. And you did this with love and out of the desire to be of service. How wonderful. How wonderful to devote any amount of moments, minutes, seconds to being a channel for light and love onto your planet. And we will make you aware now that when you do this, when you open yourself in order to allow higher frequency to flow through you and into and onto your planet, you are awakening and activating everything in your reality. You are awakening and activating human beings for the light that flows through you must automatically also be perceived by others. And this is because it activates you. As you give, so you receive. This universal law is always in action. And so as you choose to be a channel for higher frequencies, down into and onto your planet, so you are activated and your frequency is raised. And when this happens, the frequency of all else around you is raised as well. All plants, all animals, all human beings, all crystals will perceive this energetically. It is as if you are consciously bringing lightning down And you are activating yourselves and all else in your reality through this open-hearted generosity. And you can do this successfully only when you are in your heart. When what flows from you is this overriding desire to spread love, to be love, to heal and be healed. And you will do this process once more, but in this instance you will be beaming directly into the etheric grid of Gaia. We wish you to look at this image and to realize that all of you in 3D are connected through this etheric grid. It is an energy grid which holds the energy of all of you. It is not in this case the ascension grid, which is above and beyond and is perfectly geometric. This rather is like the collective consciousness of your planet, and it holds everything that is being felt, being seen, everything that is being experienced on your planet. And you are once again going to call the white light of Source, and this time you are going to bring it directly into this etheric grid. Affirming joyfully now, I call the white light of Source to flow through me and into the grid of Gaia now. And you visualize that as you are sitting there, you can perceive this etheric light grid above you, stretching all the way around your planet. And you are focusing on bringing the light from the great central sun into the etheric grid of Gaia and feeling it lighting up the grid and spreading, spreading, spreading around. And you are visualizing that this is filled with the love of Source right now. That the love of the Creator for all that is manifest is flowing into this light grid through your desire, through your calling of it, through your unconditional love for all plants, animals, crystals, humans, within your reality. You are acting as a channel for light and love and activating the light grid of Gaia. And this is opening, healing, calming the emotions of everyone on your planet. There is a love infusion now, raining down from the light grid into the plants, animals, and humans of your planet. Love, 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 flowing from the great central sun and from source, down, stepping through the dimensions, and we are assisting with this now. There are millions upon millions of star beings who are assisting your collective effort now. And we assist only when we are given the invitation by you, for we cannot save your world or awaken your tribe. Only you can do this through your own volition or free will. And so this love and light frequency surrounds your planet now. We ask you to look at this image now. And you will see what is happening. You will see this wondrous activating energy flowing all around your planet. All of you are doing this now. You are plugged into all that is above and all that is below. Your grounding cords are firmly held into the core crystal of your planet. And you relax this visualization now. And simply take 3 deep breaths. Coming into your bodies, joyfully and gratefully, into those wonderful physical vehicles that sustain you and your spirit. Feeling grateful for your bodies now, and feeling your connection with the earth below you. We have greatly enjoyed this first step. We are training you. And your homework, dear ones, is to repeat this transmission until you fully get it, until you fully understand what your connection is in dimensional terms, and how you can plug in. And so that you realize finally that you have power. You have power beyond your imagining. You are so powerful, dear ones. And you, through your desire to be of service and coming together in this portal that leads towards the solstice, this is so wonderful. We are overjoyed that you are ready and willing to step up. For this is not just imagining. This is not something airy-fairy. You truly are changing your world, and we will explain in the next session exactly how. Namaste. Love and thank you to the guides. So you can go into gallery view if you like, and we can all see each other. Hello Sarah, hello Priya, Phil, Natalie, Charles, Ryan, Lumin. There's a Lumin An-Ra. Hey, Rafaela. Hello, Jan. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Rafaela?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Ah, Diana, so lovely to see you there. Hello, Sakyankur. And hello, Surya. I see you there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Obrigada.
So that is apparently step number one. As usual, I don't have any idea really what the other steps are and where we're going with that. I feel so silly for not realizing that I had set my Zoom package for only 100 people. Oh dear, very embarrassing, but I will change that setting so that the other people can join in. And the ones that missed the session today will be able to catch up. I will put the recording out there on Instagram and on YouTube. So hello, Carly, I see you there. Hey. It's so lovely to, and I see Dan there as well. Hello. So really wonderful to have more of you joining. Those of you who are taking part at the moment in the Zoom ABCs are super familiar with what the guides are talking about. And you will notice that the guides are giving kind of shortcuts to achieve the same sort of thing that we're doing, but in a much simpler way, in a way that more people can get. And I hope that all of you that are doing the Zoom ABCs are feeling like total pros and like, it's like, oh, you understand everything already because you've been so diligent. So, hello, Charles. Charles Kamau, is it? Charles, where are you joining from?
I'm joining from Denmark.
Oh, okay. And from Gaia, I love your background screen. Your background screen is like Gaia emanating violet flame. It's amazing. Welcome. And Jared and Natalie, where are you joining from?
Yeah, we're in Seattle, Washington. It's just after noon here.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. I believe that the kind of times that I'm choosing are good if you're in America, really bad if you're in Australia. 5 in the morning. And then I'm looking at some other people, but some of the languages I can't understand, so I can't say your names. Iorion, where are you joining from?
Hello. It's pronounced Arion. Thank you for calling on me. Yes. I'm originally from California, but I'm actually in the UK at the moment. So where are you? Where are you located?
I'm in Lisbon. I live in Portugal these days. I've moved.
Oh, wonderful.
From Ibiza.
Oh, that's why.
Portugal. Yeah, and we've made a we're attracting a lot of light tribe into this area in Portugal as a living community, but not who live together, but just who live in the same area so that we can share and assist and help each other. So I hope that a lot of you will come and visit us. Surya, wave like this so that people can see you. She's frozen. Surya? Ah, she's frozen. But you might see her on the screen with the name.
She's muted. She's muted.
She's muted, but she's also frozen. She's not.
Oh!
There she is. So Saria is somebody, she was the first person that came into this community when I said that I was moving to Portugal. I said, I'm moving to Portugal. She's this amazing 84-year-old woman whose life dream was to manifest a permaculture food forest. And I'd been friends with her for a long time in Ibiza. And I said, you're not getting anywhere in Ibiza, but I know that if we go to Portugal, you'll be able to manifest that food forest. And she was like, that's it, I'm going. She didn't wait for us to even find a house. She just moved over immediately. And she, right now, has manifested the land and everything. She has volunteers helping her make a food forest. So I'm looking to see if anybody else here is, yes, I see some of the meditation group in Portugal here. I see Sylvia there, and I see Itzhak, and lots of people that I haven't seen for ages. Zaya, we can't see you properly. Put the light on you more. There's my daughter. Give us a wave, Zaya. You're also frozen. Zaya, do you know how to unmute yourself?
Where is she?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm in my pajamas.
How's the belly?
Good, it's getting big. I've just been lying down the whole time. It's a very big belly now.
Oh, can't wait to see it. Woo!
Mum's first grandchild.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, Solara, why we cannot
Mum,
hear
you've
you?
muted yourself.
Yeah, Solara, we cannot. Okay.
Am I on it?
Now.
Yes.
Now.
Yes, good. Yes, I tried to get my daughter, who's a singer, to sing for us at the end of the transmission, Crystalline, Angelic Beings of Light are we? And she's like, no, I really don't feel like it. That's the story of her life with me. Whenever she comes into any circle where I am, I end up forcing her to sing. And what I'm going to say when she was saying that she's in her pajamas, you are absolutely welcome to wear your pajamas. I'm wearing something that looks quite smart on the top, and then I have my pajamas on the bottom half. I have my slippers on. So, does anybody before we go want to share anything that didn't work with the Zoom session tonight, or that was difficult, or you want to share anything about your experience or anything like that? You can just raise your hand if you do.
Yes.
Who do I see? Who said yes? No?
Patricia.
Patricia, go ahead, Patricia.
It was quite lovely, Solara An-Ra. Thank you so much for this. I've been following you for quite some time and just kind of impromptu popped on. I got your email and came on, and it was such a beautiful gift, and I'm just so delighted with this. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, you know, we all have our blocks, our technology blocks, and when the COVID, I will say in inverted commas, hit the scene and a lot of live things got cancelled, everybody started transmitting on Zoom. And I just didn't have any desire to do that. I was in total resistance about that. And I just thought, no, things will work out, you know. I still managed to be doing some live things, and I still had a group. Hello, Annie and George in Portugal. Wave to everybody. Where have you gone? It's very confusing. People move around. And then guides have a way of getting me to do things step by step. So I did this retreat called Stepping into the Light, and they said these recordings are actually for a wider audience, and so they made me make them into a program. And step by step, they led me towards these Zoom ABCs, which they kept telling me to do. And eventually I did it. And now I'm doing these Zoom ABCs, and I absolutely love it. And it totally got me over my mental block. But this is the next step where they're saying, okay, do these free transmissions. It's very important before the solstice, but as you notice, I didn't realize that I needed to up my Zoom program so that I could accept more than 100 people. But next week we'll be all organized, and I'm wondering if maybe I could start something like a Facebook page that was specifically for these Zoom sessions so that people could share or ask questions or anything like that. For the ABC lessons, I have a WhatsApp group, but it's too complicated to start a WhatsApp group with that many people. But maybe if I just start a page, it would be a way to share more about what's going on, or for me to remind you about homework and that kind of thing. So I'm going to sign off so you can, all of you, unmute yourselves so that we can send each other love. Send each other bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Good
Good
week.
week.
Bless everyone.
Bye. Have a
Love
wonderful
you.
week.
Bye.
Wonderful time. Thank you.
Namaste.
Such a blessing.
Sending
New
so much
Year's.
love.
Namaste.
Namaste.